Day 87 today. I'm not sure if I mentioned yesterday, but day 86, I didn't do much. I went and had a video meeting down on Cable Beach, which was always fun. And pretty much stayed down Cable Beach most of the day and potted along up the trail. Stopped a few places, and the beach is the same everywhere, but just potted along. And didn't do much. But today, day 87. Day 87 is another explore day because I can't sit still. So where we are looking at right now is James Price Point. So this is way up the Dampier Peninsula. It's Cape Leveque. I don't think there's a more, on this road at least, a more northerly free camp. This is kind of it. James Price camp. There's a lot more spaces around, but they're all roughly like this, just on the edge of the cliff. I went and had a look at Bard Creek, and on the way back I'll have a look at Willie Creek and might drive down the beach from Willie Creek back down, all the way back down Cable Beach, just to say that I've done it. It's one of those things. I've always said I'll drive all the way along Cable Beach, and as far up as I went yesterday, I thought, oh, that's Willie Creek, but I'd only got to Coconut Wells. I thought that was it, and that's about halfway. So, got to look at your map and work out where you actually are. But you can get out from Coconut Wells back out to the main road. So it's one of the escape routes off Cable Beach at high tide. So this is the campsite up here. I'm going to find somewhere a little bit out of this wind and make up some lunch. It is just nudging 40 today, and it feels every bit of that. And, I think last night in the tent, minimum was 29 overnight, just to give you an idea of the joys of it all. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a warm night. I like the warm. Hot is another thing, but even at nearly 40 degrees here today, I don't feel like it's hot. The sun is hiding behind the clouds, and it's not unpleasant. Well, keep on going up Manari Road, and excuse the wind, to Manari Point campsite. Well, got as far as Coulomb Point, and my belly said, food required. So, food required. Just doing a quick ham and cheese toastie. Always easy to do. But, Coulomb Point. Can't quite see the water. I could continue around the track off there to the right, but asking for trouble, and I'm just me, and I don't know the tides, and bad idea, right? So I'm not going to do that. This will be about as close as I'll get to getting to the end of this road. I think it's not super exciting. It's just a bit of an adventure. So I think I'll have lunch and turn around and meander my way back. No real great hurry, of course, but there's not a lot to see on the way, I've got to say. It's just a road up to James Price Point and beyond. Got to be very, very croc aware around this little estuary. I can't see any evidence of crocs, but you know, they would almost certainly be here in this little brackish stream. They would come up here all the time. This does open out onto the ocean at times, so I'm sure there's a couple hiding around in here somewhere or other. But I can't see any markings that would indicate that they're here. At least not right here, anyway. So I think I'm pretty safe here. Safe enough to have a toast sandwich and a beer, because it is beer o'clock. It is warm, very warm. So that's what I'm going to do. Have my lunch, have a beer. Good morning on day 88. Another beautiful day in paradise in Broome. We'd have to be pretty darn close to paradise. I am still stuck in Broome. It is a Saturday, and I've pretty much done all of the touristy things around Broome that I am feasibly prepared to do. There's always another cruise, there's always going out to the Pearl Farm and all this sort of stuff that I've already done. And yeah, I can find better things to spend the money on. Anything. I've done it once, right? So today I thought I'd go for a wander around Ganthueme Point, which I am undoubtedly murdering the pronunciation on. But something like that. It is, apart from being known for its beauty, it is a lovely part of the world, as is everywhere around Broome. It's known for dinosaur footprints. It is known for its lighthouse. Still using it. Flashes every 10 seconds. All auto magic now, of course. No lighthouse keeper needs to climb up there except to change the bulb and regular maintenance. Lighthouse keeper's life is much easier these days. But I'm going to go and have a hunt around and see if I can find the dinosaur footprints. I know they're only visible at low tide, and I don't know what the tide is just right now. So, you know, 50-50 chance, probably won't be able to see anything. But it's a nice walk anyway, right? Just have a bit of a meander around and see what can be seen. If I can even work out how to get down to some of these things. Whoop, wrong way, go back. Not going down there. Well, I'm going to get down there, but not this way. Cruising along Cable Beach. This is as close as I've got to a dash cam for a couple of days. We are obviously sailing according to Google Maps. We are most definitely sailing. No. Hoping to get down to Coconut Wells, which it looks like we're just about to get to. So I'd best concentrate. So Coconut Wells, you can see what it would look like if it was high tide. You've got this nice little drift you can do on a lilo or a noodle or something like that. You can drift up 400 metres and get out and go and do it again. However, the realities of the day are that there ain't no water here. There ain't no water here at all. So I believe this only happens like this not only at high tide, but at really high tide, like 15 metre tide, which doesn't happen a lot often, to fill the creek and make the water flow. But not today. Never mind. All is well with the world. Well, I did get down to Coconut Wells. It wasn't that much further from where I've been. See, it's just a bit of a protected rocky bit. Yeah. Looks that off the beach is a bit hairy. Not super hairy, but enough to need to run up and dig a hole. Fortunately, yeah, you've got to get a run up and hit the rock face here reasonably straight on, reasonably full on, to be able to get up, to get the front wheels up on top, and then you're out. Just need a bit of speed, unfortunately, to do it. Not a big deal, but I don't like doing maneuvers like that where you just got to have speed is the answer to the problem. I'd much rather crawl up, let the suspension have a chance to do the work rather than give the suspension a reason to bottom out. But nothing fell off, nothing broke this time.